Instead, follow the show, subscribe to the show. We've got great content. And we know when things are going to happen, okay, here on the program. Adam Schefter reporting that Adam Thielen is on his way back to Minnesota exactly 1 week after I said, hey, Kevin O'Connell, I would like this to happen. And here's how that went. You know what I want to see?
What do you want to see?
I want the local boy to come back.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd like those golden gloves and that Detroit Lakes gentleman. What is that smile?
This is the first I'm hearing of that idea.
Oh,
so that's,
what do you think of that idea? I like the idea.
No, I love Adam Thielen.
I love that smile, and I like that. I mean, I can't say he wasn't being honest with me, but maybe he was crossing his fingers as he sat there. I didn't look. I'm not as good of an investigative reporter as some, but there was a little something in that smile, right? And it just made sense, okay? Did I talk to agents and stuff? No, I'm not an insider. I don't do those things, but I just feel like I was saying, a depth move, Jordan Addison situation, this sort of remedies that. And make no mistake, this is a nod of belief in J.J. McCarthy. This is we know what we have. The sense I got from Aaron Jones and Kevin O'Connell is that this is the year we put it together from the jump. We showed up first day of training camp, and it wasn't let's figure things out. Even with a quarterback who's never taken a snap in the NFL, even with that, they had him last year. He was picking things up. They have such belief in this team to take the leap. And that leap is a Super Bowl, or you're going to be disappointed, okay? That's just what it is. They're leaving no stone unturned. It's not a cheap deal to get Adam Thielen. It's a lot of money, okay? It is a 1 year investment to go in this year and make a run at this thing. And I love that. And they've got these weapons clicking and taking place. I will say this. When I was in Mayakoba, April? When was that? May? March. Okay. I was in Mayakoba in March for the NFLPA Golf Classic. And there were these foursomes from different team, whatever. There was some like spillage of different squads. So it wasn't like you had to stick with, the team that you played for or whatever. And the most tight-knit foursome was Adam Thielen. There we go. J.J. McCarthy, Case Keenum, of course, Vikings fame, and Harrison Smith. And look at them drinking their cute Mayakoba coconut waters. This is when, just so we're clear, this is when I decided J.J. McCarthy's a winner, J.J. McCarthy's that guy. It was through, of course, they're talking to him and aura and presence. We know he's a winner, all those things. But it was talking to Case Keenum. It was moseying over to Harrison Smith, to Thielen. Thielen speaking about this guy is the real deal. This is nothing about the Panthers. Panthers are in a good place. They have depth. They're like letting go of guys like Renfro, who was going to get, a great route runner who I was obsessed with too. This is more a move about confidence in this team from the front office, from the coach. Like, let's go get this piece that I think is going to fit in seamlessly. But they had chemistry back then. Adam is so excited this morning. Was I working on behalf of Adam Thielen? No, but am I excited for these Vikings that this got done? Absolutely. They are going all in. And I can tell you that the chemistry between J.J. McCarthy and Adam Thielen, it is already there and it's been in the works this offseason. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's do this. What do I want to do here? Oh, by the way, the Vikings, let's take a look at the odds. Right here, FanDuel Sportsbook. Okay, so they have the third longest odds to win the NFC North at plus 280. All these teams are going to be really good. And then this all might change if something happens with Micah Parsons. I know there's a lot of questions, a lot of thoughts on what's going to happen with Micah. It takes two sides to make a deal, okay? I think that there's a sentiment that there's teams out there like he's not available. They're going to get this done. That's what most analysts think, right? We'll see what Ndamukong Suh has to say about this. We'll see what Drew Brees has to say about this. So the Micah Parsons of it all, I've said this last week and I ended my tour in Green Bay. There's obviously rumors overnight that could happen. And I think those rumors are swirling because it does make sense. And if you're Green Bay, you have to do your due diligence there. And this is sort of my thoughts. Take a look at this. There's a move that could be made that would make you undeniably the favorite in the division. And I'm just curious if there's two moves, actually, one or the other. And I'm just curious if those are attractive to you.
No idea what you're talking about.
0%? Isn't Dave Micah's agent?
He is.
Micah Parsons' agent. I'm just putting that out there. That would be that would be kind of fun.
Hey, that would.
That would be kind of. I would just like to see that. I wouldn't mind seeing that at all. Well, I want to bring Micah here.
Okay.
I'd like to make that happen. But I feel like you ruined it with that game.
No, I talked to Micah this offseason. We did a podcast together. I talked to him. I recruited him a little bit.
I know, but I don't think Jerry will let it happen because it's you.
Maybe.
I was, of course, talking about the Netflix series, The Gambler and His Cowboys, with Jerry Jones wiping a tear away, saying they took something from me. This is like the worst loss I've ever been handed by the Packers back in 2023, I believe, in the playoffs, and Aaron Jones was still a Packer running all over them, and the Cowboys just got laughed out of the building. Does that affect things? I don't know. I'm pretty sure wherever he goes, this is like very, very, very rare. That's why it's such a sexy thing that everybody's talking about all day. Very rare to have a non-quarterback be one difference maker that can truly take your team from being, who knows who's going to win the NFC North, to you might go to the Super Bowl if you get this piece, especially when it pertains to these Packers, who it is go time with the way this roster stands right now. They do have the dough. They have the cap space. And every time I was in Appleton, okay, all right, here we go. I was in Appleton, and what are we looking at right now? What is this? We're just looking at Micah highlights. I love that. I was walking around Green Bay and Appleton, and it was me saying like, Michael. I got a lot of like, ooh, I don't know what. And I just said, hey, Reggie White. Just Reggie White. Can we have some Reggie White highlights here? Because this is your precedent, right? He led Green Bay to a Super Bowl with that 3-sack performance against Bledsoe and helped them get back to another the next year. You can also look, if we're doing Packers vibes here, at Charles Woodson. He transformed the defense the second he showed up. We're talking about these rare difference maker. And let's not forget that it wasn't just about Aaron Rodgers. Green Bay had the number 2 defense in the entire game in business during that Super Bowl 45 run. If there's one place in the league where historical precedent matters and also tends to repeat itself, it is Green Bay, Wisconsin. There is some magic there. You can't tell me that adding Micah to this 2025 Packers defense wouldn't immediately vault them off the board. Take a look. They would instantly be the favorite to win the North. I said this last week in Green Bay as I was trying to broker this as the Packers official fan GM. And if I were in the business of making Super Bowl picks, I'd be awfully tempted here. This would be one of the most significant trades in NFL history if it were to happen. Again, there's 2 sides to everything. There's also the idea that, like, as we go to break here, because we have Dominican sit on this show. Dominican, long time with the Lions. You don't want the Lions to have Parsons if you're the Packers. The Vikings could still weasel something and potentially make. You don't want anybody else in the North to get Parsons. So if there's something to happen, I think the Packers are all over all of their options, as Coach LaFleur would say.